Amber I met last year in Santa Clara at the Augmented World Expo, which is the pinnacle event in America. Who knows, we may have our own pinnacle event here, right? But it was at a hackathon, and I was really impressed with Amber's initiative. Not only is she talented in augmented reality, but she's a solo female entrepreneur. So I think she deserves a great clap, and I look forward to hearing her presentation and hearing about different awards she's won and the view that she has in the AR, VR world. Thank you.
Thanks, Scott. Yes, I'm founder and director of APositive. We've been around officially for about 3 years now. I've been in the AR space as a student, as a researcher, and now as a business owner. So APositive is basically a company, and we focus on experience design. So we create mobile-based augmented reality, and we also create desktop-based augmented reality. Our clients are varied. We have museums, galleries, government departments, tourism, health, NGOs, big business, you name it. We're very lean. There's 4 of us full-time. We're about to get a couple of interns. So yeah, we're growing gradually. So our focus, well, I'm from a design background, so my focus on augmented reality is on the experience design and delivering high quality AR applications, usually within a marketing, education and storytelling context. We collaborate closely with our clients and we use their inside knowledge about their business and combine it with our understanding of design, user experience and technology to create new solutions for them. So I thought I'd run you through a case study to show you how we work. So this was a job we did at the beginning of the year. It was basically a competition. So we've been based in Canberra. If you've ever seen the Arboretum, it's this amazing forest. And it was $65 million forest to build. So we've had our eye on this place for a while. We thought it'd be an amazing AR playground. And we used a competition called Canberra Digital Challenge to basically pitch the idea of 101 augmented forests to the Arboretum. So the first thing we did was we got in contact with the Arboretum and we asked them, how can we help? How do you think augmented reality can help you? And one of their biggest problems was that 75% of their visitors never left the information centre. And the other problem was that they had an app that had been sitting, waiting to be published, but had already gone out of date. They didn't have the resources or the know-how to keep it up to date, so it was just sitting there. So our solution was to put the information in the forests. So when we first went out to the Arboretum, we noticed that it was already visually amazing. It smelt amazing. We didn't really want to take away from that, from forcing people to look through their screens. So instead, we created geolocated augmented reality soundscapes. So we worked with a professional composer based in the UK, and basically each forest is one species and it represents a country. So we picked 2 countries, which was Portugal with the cork oaks, and we had also the Himalayan cedars. So we got the sound composer to procure basically hundreds of different sounds you'd find in the native forests of those countries. And the reason we focused on sound as well was because there's a Tuggeranong Parkway just next door to that forest, and you can hear the drone of the traffic and also the other visitors as well. And it sort of breaks the illusion of being inside a forest halfway around the world. So on top of that as well, we also added a couple of channels. We basically took the content from the Arboretum website and embedded it in the actual landscape. So if you can see over there, these little tabs, they're geolocated. So when you tap them, they actually bring up pages of the Arboretum's website. So it saves people from having to dig through their website to try and find the information that they want. They can literally reach out and touch it. The other part of the channel was for the kids, but the adults loved it just as much, was to geolocate animals in the forest that were native to the forest. So there you can see a snow leopard, and he's basically stalking through the forest, and the kids absolutely love this. We had to pry the iPhone off Cole So that was only half the problem. The other problem was setting up the app in a way that worked with the Arboretum as well. So basically, we set it up, so we created the app, we pushed it through the App Store, and then the user downloads it. But we kept all the content separate, so we kept it in the cloud. And then the content in the cloud references for the GeoPips. So basically, the Arboretum can just update their website, and then the content in the app automatically updates on the user's device every time they open it. So this is a sample of the reactions we got from the users. At this stage, it's still a prototype. But yeah, I'm pleased to say that the Arboretum's already using it for their regular school tours, and I think they do about 10 of those a day. And I'm also excited to say that we won. We became joint winners for the competition, and we're also in the middle of negotiating rolling this out as a full-scale app across all 101 forests. One of the things Scott said to me was, can you tell us about your top 10 battle scars? Because we've only got 5 minutes, I came up with my top 8. So number 1, avoiding gimmicks. So the way we do this is basically come back to the problem first. So what is the problem? And then we map the user's journey, and yeah, it has to be useful. The second one is lack of general knowledge around AR. So yeah, of course, clients come to me and they have no idea about AR. So a big part of that is educating them. So before we even touch the tech, we run them through one of our AR 101 workshops, and also do a design thinking workshop so we can rapidly prototype ideas, chuck out the bad ones, and pick the ones we want to focus on. The tech selling itself is actually a pretty bad thing, because people come to me and they've seen things and they want to replicate it, even though it has nothing to do with their particular problem. Yeah, and that comes back to education. So for a startup, the rapidly changing AR market has been very difficult for us to keep up. But the way we do that is we stay lean, and we make R&D a core part of our daily activities. Also, another one is current barriers to AR adoption. It's really difficult to get people to download apps. So basically our way of addressing this is just to make the experience so irresistible it's a no-brainer to download. Like you see with the Arboretum, people can suddenly access all of the information from the forest. They can play with the animals. They can hear it. It's a full-blown sensory experience. So, and if you're trying to just advertise as well, people will see through that pretty quickly and get annoyed that they spent a minute downloading the app. Yeah, communication strategy. At the moment, people aren't wearing eye devices, so yeah, you need to communicate that the app exists. So we work closely with our clients' marketing people to help them roll out communication around the release of the app. Managing expectations around the tech. Obviously, the tech's not completely polished right now, but it's getting better and better. It's about communicating those expectations and making it clear from the start what they are, and then working creatively within those constraints. Yeah, basically lack of benchmarks and industry standards. Yeah, we're basically experimenting, learning, using analytics to get better and better ourselves, and also sharing what we learn. Yeah, so I thought I'd just end with some advice from a user experience design point of view for AR. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Think about your end user and meeting those needs. So it comes back to top 10 AR experience design principles. These are the principles that we refer to in all of our applications. Yeah, they're basically RAM's principles, which influenced all of Apple's products. So yeah, thank you.